Now here's a camera that pleasantly surprised me by doing exactly what it says in the marketing materials. It is the HD EVERIO. Is that EVERIO or EVERIO or EVERIO? I don't even know what. There's not a model number that I can see. I cannot see a model number, but there it is, and it says there quad proof HD EVERIO. I'll just pronounce it EVERIO for now. Quad proof HD memory camcorder, and of course it films in full HD 1920 by 1080. Yeah, that's the only fault I have with it. It's not in 4K. But alright, the reason I got this camera was for many years I was looking for a way to waterproof my cameras. So I always thought in terms of casings or whatever that you place the camera in. You do also get those bags that you put it in. I once tried with an ordinary kitchen clear plastic bag, and needless to say that did not work. Somehow it leaked, I don't know how. I tried to film underwater by like pressing the camera into the water surface so I could see the coral, and it worked for a while. It wouldn't focus properly, and then suddenly, to my horror, the bag had leaked somehow, and that was the end of that camera. Anyway, yeah, then while I was looking for waterproofings, I came across this camera. It is quad proof. I have no idea what quad proof means, but I do know this camera is completely waterproof. It says there waterproof, dustproof, shockproof, freeze-proof. Let me just show you this little leaflet that was in the box. Yeah, it says 5 meters waterproof, dustproof, 1.5 meters shockproof. Is that meters? 1.5 meters shockproof. Oh, probably the distance you drop it. And then minus 10 degrees Celsius freeze-proof. Yeah. Let's see what else is there. Advanced image stabilizer. Records 1 frame at a time at set intervals. Oh, that function I haven't even used. Maybe I'll get to use it. Super low lux, clear and bright images in low light. And 4.5 hours battery. Continuous recording. So yeah, all sounds good. Except it's not in 4K, but alright. I made peace with that. I'm sure at some point they'll bring out the 4K version. Ah, there it is, the model number. See right down there. What does it say? JVC BAG. Made in Malaysia. JVC Kenwood Corporation. Yeah, I must say it was really weird what I did now a few times. Well, a few times I went out in the rain with it and filmed with it. Perfect images. Unfortunately, the sound is a bit tinny. I take it because they also waterproofed the microphone. So now I'm assuming you're recording through the waterproofing, which would sound muffled, except it doesn't. I think what they did is they made it so it turns up the treble of the sound in order to make it less muffled, but now it still doesn't sound natural. Sounds very tinny, like very sharp. You still don't get the mid, what shall we call it, the mid, well, if you put it on an equalizer, you know, the mid range of the sound is still very, very weak. And also the bass, yeah, it doesn't really sound too good. So yeah, you mustn't use this for recording your normal everyday scenes. If you want to use the sound, you use it solely for filming in the water and in the dust and in the snow. Yeah, the thing I wanted to tell you about that impressed me was I can set it up in a tripod and put it on the bottom of the swimming pool, and then yeah, just film like normal under the water. That was kind of weird to me because I've never done that before at the time with a camera like this that you can zoom and everything. I have done it with the action cameras. Those action cameras come with their own casings, and some even are waterproof without any waterproof casing. You just go into the water with them, but of course then you cannot zoom in and out and have your normal, what do you call it, focal range, or I don't even know what the thing is, but you know those things, those action cameras always come with a very wide lens. Sometimes you just want to have a normal camera that you can zoom in and out with underwater. And this one does that perfectly. So I'm very impressed with that. I'm also very impressed that it's so waterproof. I mean, look at this, you literally just press there and open this little flap. I almost want to say flimsy flap, but it's not flimsy, it's completely waterproof. And there you put in your flash card. Yeah, it records on a flash card, by the way, you must have figured that out by now. Put it in there, and of course there's your connections. HD out and yeah, HD, what's the other one? USB video or something. Oh, of course, yeah, that's just a normal USB connection, I think. The smaller USB connection. And yeah, there it is. Pretty nice camera, I must say. It made my life a lot easier to film underwater. Many of you might think, how many times do you actually want to film underwater? Well, if you have a camera like this, then you'll find that it happens more often, because now you have the capability to do it. So yeah, one of my favorite cameras, this. The video quality is also, yeah, very good. Not the best in the world if you start criticizing it, but for underwater shots, it works just perfect. Yeah, it says 60 times dynamic zoom, but I think it's 20 times optical zoom. I myself am only interested in optical zoom. Oh no, it's more like, oh, 40 times. Is that optical? Can it be? 40 times optical zoom. Well, looks like it. Yeah, did it say that in this? Let me just see, there was something about zooming. It said there 60 times dynamic zoom. But now what is the optical zoom? Oh, it doesn't say, unfortunately. Let me just see if there's specs on here. No, that's system requirements, probably for the editing software. Anyway, yeah, seems to me it's 40. Here it only says 60 times dynamic zoom, back illuminated CMOS. Anyway, quite a nice camera. I love it. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.